how to sell your food online, offline. Okay? So you can approach stores.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
There are different kinds of stores. There are like the small stores, which, it depends really on the food that you have. If you have like a dessert item, you can approach local bakeries. If you have like some kind of a sauce that you make or some specialty thing, you can go to like a specialty stores, which may sell your food. But of course, most people, but those are small stores, right? They're kind of small stores. What you want to do is consider whether a big supermarket might carry your food, right? So let's say that you make, you discovered a new brand of sugar, whatever, right? And you know that your local supermarket has this whole section of like sugar, right? There's like a little aisle, like a little spot, right? Different sugars. And you want to place yours there. How do you do it, right? So you have to apply to the store, go to their program. If your food is good, they'll probably consider you for maybe the one local store or a couple of local stores in the region. And if your food is really good and if it sells, you can sort of build your relationship and grow out of it. Now, here's the trick. There will be a retail price at which they sell your food, your sugar, and there will be a price at which they buy your food, right, from you. So whatever they sell it for, it doesn't matter. What you care about is what they pay you per box or whatever, per container. Now, you're going to have to make the food, package it, and distribute it all in a price or a cost that is significantly less than what it costs you for what you sell to them. Because, you don't want to make like a penny a jar or something, right? You want to really make some good amount per an item, okay? Or unless they really sell if it's like a national long-term deal, then fine, you can have a very low margin. I mean, you're still probably going to be okay. The challenge is that the store actually usually supermarkets, they're smart, right? Because they know that there are so many people who want to sell foods in their stores because they know that they can sell so much. And so what they do is they kind of give you a terrible price. If you're not a known company, they give you a really terrible price. And there's almost no way that you can package your food in a great, beautiful container, deliver a high quality product, and cover your other costs at that price. There's almost no way, because often the packaging is very expensive. And you don't think about packaging, but to be in a store, they usually require you to have certain requirements, like because the store lights are very bright, your packaging must not fade over time. Let's say it sits there for like a month or something. It must not fade. So there's certain requirements, very strict requirements for the box, the jar, whatever your food comes in, and the packaging and the labeling. The label must not fade ever, right? You've never seen a faded label in a store, right? But they're constantly under lights. So there's a reason for that, and it's because there's a special labeling and all that. So you really have to be careful, because your packaging will often be much more expensive than the actual food, right? So be careful. And also the store will require you to do a lot of promotions. Like you might have to do some giveaways and some people trying your food who are in your store. They sometimes have that, sometimes. And they want you to pay for all of that. You'll also have to pay for, whatever contracts. You may have to pay for some things. So they put a lot of burden on the person. Now, what happens also is you probably end up losing money. And this happens to many people. Because to meet all their requirements, you end up losing money. It might be okay because, you kind of want to get exposure for your food and people like it. You can rework your deal 6 months later or something with the store. But generally, it's difficult. It's difficult. Now, here's the thing. You can sell the food online, right? You can't sell all foods. I mean, if you sell something that's very perishable, you can't. But if you sell something that's not perishable, oh my God, there's so many options online. And online, you can do whatever packaging you like, you can use that. You don't have to use the packaging that's required by the store. So your packaging will be incredibly cheaper. That also means that you can sell your product cheaper, right? And then that means people will buy more if it's cheaper. Although the price you can figure out on your own. And you have many places from which you can sell your site. You can sell your food from Amazon.com, other big sites, but also you can sell it from your own website. So if you can get traffic to your website or to your listing on Amazon or to your listing in any other stores, you can just sell the foods, and then you'll have the orders come in every morning. You'll ship the orders and just make the food, and that will be your business, right? So, and that selling online will have a much higher profit margin for you. And the supermarkets will sell, probably they will sell a bigger volume, but at a very low profit for you, or almost no profit for a long time. Now, if you're able to kind of take that and sort of stay with that, you may build up your brand, and people will start asking for your product. So, the store will sort of like be more open to renegotiate it with the price with you. But usually, if you are not a known brand, they're usually brutal with your product. So make sure that you understand that and you have a strategy around it. And you may want to invest in your online marketing. Now, you can also sell your food in, like flea markets, or again, if it's packaged and stuff, you can sell it on your own at flea markets just by setting up a cart on a busy street, things like that. So there's many ways you can sell your food. You don't have to go through the stores, but the stores, again, very high volume of sales, right? So that's pretty much how I would go about doing this kind of a business. Of course, you need various permits, to sell the food. There's some legal things you need to take care of. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I'll let you figure that out on your own. But that's how you sort of sell the food.